Steve Moore is here. Kayleigh McEnany is here. There they are.
You say next segment on Fox. So Fox has good stuff on the weekends or
You
whatever.
can tell just how earth-shattering.
And so,
Well, it's shocking.
I like the whole
I
idea.
really believe that this is an issue about a fight for our democracy. That sounds like a bombshell. Tell me more.
This is my most disturbing day in Congress. The most disturbing thing I've heard. Well, it's hard to say the most disturbing thing I've heard because so many things I've heard over the past.
You know, so,
I think we're agreeing. It's disturbing.
disturbing.
What happened last week? Was there a financial
And
crash?
you just make somebody feel like less of a person and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And you're like,
It has steady growth.
and such and such, where you wonder if the government is turning against you and stuff like that.
Not really.
And really not your place to like really try to sort it out, you know what I mean? It's really like, you know, kind of like almost give somebody Alzheimer's behind it, you know?
Security.
I'm trying to reason,
What we're dealing with here
the reason with it.
abuse of power in a way that damages
And,
national security.
It's about national security.
I think that, the so-called clique of it, the clique of like how it's supposed to, the cognitive nature of it, or the so-called cognitive nature of it, is not, it's a grind on my end, and it seems to like have people take advantage, you know what I mean, on their end, like, and not then take for granted what it is that's actually in the process.
Apparently.
So,
And some within the administration who
you know, whether it be like a week break, whether it be a 3-day break, and then chaos ensues, and then something like that. Or, you know, you don't have vacations. No, you don't, because you have to take care of it. You don't have vacations. But you know, the fact that some people are just kind of like mentally off, and able people, but mentally off.
no president I'm aware of.
And you're supposed to compensate for these people's weaknesses and stuff like
Wake
that.
up! He's finished. Man, that does sound really bad. No president ever thought.
Well, that still make you feel like less of a person and be like, oh, the thuds on the ground and stuff like that and all this.
I think there was one president who did that. Who was it again? I remember. It was this guy. That's okay. You can't expect Joe to remember. It was years ago. But it's not just Joe Biden who's conveniently forgetting. It's all the Democrats and all the
And it's always for some reason the interface with this to try to compensate to make an excuse for someone else's represent someone else's problems with me. And I'm like, what is that? What kind of like some of these so-called spiral is that? You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't even make any sense. I mean, it's abusive in nature and like self-inflicting and assault and battery and stuff and all kinds of stuff.
On their cast of characters.
And they're like, oh yeah, well, it's funny, man, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't read, you wouldn't read,
Sondland. George Kent.
so, all these names and stuff like that. And I don't know where these people come from, like, and so it's just what this guy is saying, that's like, they just throw out names like that. It seems to all start around whistleblower and stuff like that. Or something to that effect. And I'm like,
striking back against a president whose agenda preyed on immigration, and in this case, on America's role in the world, they arrogantly oppose. I've worked in the heart of government. I've run policy processes of all kinds.
and
These permanent bureaucrats hate political back channels because it takes away from their power to control policy.
And so whether this political government is partial or not, it's just
illegitimate. But they're the ones who are acting
the government is hard to trust the government in general because the reign they're given on what they control and how they control things and micromanage all the way on down to occupants in a complex and stuff like that. What they allow in parking lots and stuff like that. I don't understand. So,
I'd rather take advice from the chickens in
I mean, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I say, well, I mean, I'm pretty much, mostly I'm not really that satisfied because I'm a little distraught. Logically, you know, I'm trying to keep peace of mind, and the rest of it, and ethically, still a little distraught in that sense too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know my ethics are fine, but why can't people match them? You know what I mean?
Out of ruling class state TV about Volker.
So
Why? Oh, could it be?
So maybe, and it just kind of convolutes the idea. Like, man, is it just me? Almost watching the news, like, is it just me? You know what I mean?
This week,
And stuff like that, and stuff. Like, I mean, how long can you complain? Is it just me? You have to look search online and be like, dude, is it just, I mean, they fish. Like, you keep fishing because, you know, I mean, it's not, and that's it. It just, it almost kind of just, and that's how bad it gets to me personally, because I feel like I'm being violated. It's so much pollution. It's like someone who does drugs and it's disturbing the peace. Call it what you want. DTP, 415, call it what you want. Serving the peace. They need to get a hold of their controlled substances and get a hold of themselves. And, like, take it easy. Like, just calm down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're disturbing the peace at that point. You know what I mean? And that's an infraction. You know what I mean? You don't see somebody going in and doing all and whatnot and bouncing off the walls, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't control themselves because of that. You know what I mean?
Next week.
So whether you're a patient or not, and like, oh, advocacy yourself, yeah. I do. So that's it. On ships alone, I'm like, yeah. So I just think about it. And so, I mean, and so that's it. I like this guy because he's a revolution guy. He makes me he gives me good shifts on what do you call it, on Lexicon and stuff like that. And so,
every Sunday night.
So that's cool. And so, and
all right, tell me what you think of that at Steve Hilton X and at Next Rev FM.